Hi, Deb here and welcome to my craft room. In this video I wanted to see if Chameleon powders worked as well with polyurethane resin as they do with epoxy resin. As you know, if you've seen my videos before, I've recently acquired some Let's Resin Chameleon powders and I love them. So I use polyurethane resin. I have been for a long time, using it to back my notebooks, to put almost a dome coat on the back of my notebooks, because polyurethane resin doesn't bend in the sun and in the heat like epoxy resin it does. So if you put the two together, it stops the notebook warping, which is what I've used it for up until now. So I was curious to see if the Chameleon powders would be picked up by the polyurethane resin like they are by the epoxy resin. So here you can see me painting a cheap mobile phone holder from Temu with my Let's Resin Chameleon powder. I believe that one's blue. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost certain that it's blue. And I'm just painting it on, dusting it on with a paintbrush. Now the polyurethane resin that I use and have always used is Polycraft SG2000 PU casting resin, and it says on the bottle, pot life 2.5 to 3.5 minutes, demold time 30 to 60 minutes, and cured colour off-white ivory. So I'm just continuing to dust on the Chameleon powder here, and you can already see the shimmer. It's just beautiful. Oh, this video, the whole of this video has been speeded up to 2 times its normal speed. I thought that was enough. Here you can see me blowing off the excess powder because you don't want it getting mixed in with your resin. Right, I mixed up 80 mils of polyurethane resin and I over poured. I was getting a bit concerned that I would run out of time because it's such a quick resin to use. I over poured, and as usual Deb made a terrible mess. I can't help it, but I was a bit cross. You see where it's poured over the blue mat? That's actually poured onto my desk, which I've only just covered in epoxy resin to make it look nice. And I didn't manage to wipe off that bottom bit and it's ruined my desk. But it's only a very small area, so I've got to learn to live with it. So here I am clearing up the mess, getting rid of some of the overflow from the mould. And all the time I'm remembering that I have very short pot life with this resin. So, terrible mess, as you can see. Silly woman that I am. Yeah, I'm just clearing up the mess. And here it is cured. It's that quick. It's cured. No, it's not really that quick. This is about 20 minutes later. I'm just demoulding it and breaking off the edges. Polyurethane resin is very good at just the overflow. The very thin bits will just pull away. They're really, really good. And as you can see, it worked. The Chameleon powders stuck beautifully to the polyurethane resin, which is really, really good. It means that you can dust your mould with all sorts of things, mica powders, glitters, all of those things, because if you use a coloured polyurethane resin, I believe you can get clear, but I haven't got any and I know it's more expensive, then the colours fade if you put mica powder or colourants in it. So you can dust your moulds and it works just exactly the same as epoxy resin. So here's the finished holder. The marks on it are where I had to pull the resin out where I overflowed it. I've scratched it with the spoon. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.